And I had a big advantage arriving to Japan, is I didn't speak Japanese, I didn't understand Japanese, which means I was being heavily criticized, but I didn't understand the criticism. So,
and Carlos, today is all about lessons learned, and I would like to jump a little bit back in time. When you joined Nissan in '99, as you told us, the company was at the brink of bankruptcy. I believe the debt was about $20 billion, yes?
Of debt.
Of debts, exactly. And reversing the company's sinking fortune was called a mission impossible. However, you cut 21,000 jobs, you sold off the plants and assets, and according to the Wall Street Journal, you made yourself a target of public outrage. Why were you so sure of your strategy?
Well, you know, when you engage in a turnaround, you have to make sure that what you're going to do is you're convinced that this is what you need to do. You're not sure that you're going to be successful. You're not sure. You're never sure that you're going to be successful. But at least you're sure that if there is a success, this is the solution. If there is a success, if it's a solution. And you should drive it knowing that you have 50% of chance of failing. But you didn't compromise on the solution. If you start compromising on the solution, you're doomed. You should not compromise on the solution. And I had a big advantage arriving to Japan, is I didn't speak Japanese, I didn't understand Japanese, which means I was being heavily criticized, but I didn't understand the criticism. So,
but what kind of, let's say, lessons did turnaround give you as a CEO?
That means, first, that there is no problem without a solution. I remember in 1999, a lot of people said that turning around Nissan would be mission impossible. It's going to be very difficult, and we had a lot of comments made by competitors which were not very pleasant to repeat today. But at the end of the day, you know, the lessons of this is no matter what situation you're finding yourself in, your handicaps are at the same time your assets. You know, I was coming as an outsider. People said he doesn't speak Japanese, doesn't know Japan. At the same time, Japanese people accepted a lot of things from me that I would not have accepted from a Japanese person, because they give me the benefit of the doubt. You know, he's a foreigner, he doesn't know, so maybe let's wait a little bit to see the results.
What will you leave the audience with to think about?
Well, you told me that in the audience, in majority, you have European CEOs and board members. And it's always very difficult to give any advice to you know, your colleagues or your peers, no matter what they are working on. But if I, particularly in Europe, if this triggers for me a small memory, I read the book when I was much younger, and which left a lot of impression on me. Probably you know the book. It's called The Road Less Traveled. You know, Scott Peck. It was a very interesting book. And this book started with a sentence at the beginning, is life is difficult. Okay? And then, so you start the book like this, and then you have a second sentence saying, life is difficult, and if you realize that life is difficult, then life is no more difficult. Now, let me turn it the other way. If I have to write a book about being CEO in Europe, I would say, life is impossible. And then, whenever you realize that as a CEO, life is impossible, then it's not impossible
anymore. Thank you so much.